Hey guys, I hope everybody is doing well. We are in the area that we've had some audio recorders out, and we've got some good stuff. And we're going to go check out this little slot canyon. But first, I wanted to give a shout out to Margaret Elementary School. I want to give a shout out to Miss Jamie, Miss Courtney, and of course, Miss Peoples, and the head woman herself, Miss Talton. Glad y'all watch. Now let's start this journey. Now this right here is going to be a little scouting mission, and it's a really pretty area. Let me show you. There's going to be a lot of bluffs over here and a lot of pretty scenery. Now I was here about a week ago. That right there has fell. And one thing about this area is it's all flat. There's no climbing. So I expect it to be a fun little scouting trip. But sometimes that does not happen. Sometimes I see things and I start climbing. So we know how that goes. So let's have some fun. There's going to be some beautiful scenery, I know. Oh, I wanted to show you this. I saw this the other day. Look at this tree. Isn't that beautiful? Just the way it curves. You know, I think one reason that I love doing these videos for you, not only looking for Bigfoot, but the scenery is just so pretty. The other day I come across this. I don't know what a square piece of wood like that's doing in the woods, but it was odd. Look at that, that's beautiful. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna cut the camera off and move up a little bit when I see something pretty. Alrighty guys, here's where we're at. Nice steep terrain. What I'm gonna try to do is go over through there and cross to over here. Now, there's a lot of movement right over there, I noticed when I came up. So I'm going to let the camera sit here for a little bit and look, and I'm going to try to find a way across. Looks like we're gonna be getting wet today. At least it's not too cool, too cold. Gonna go over here, and at least we'll go through somewhere that's shallow. I guess I could go that way. Flip on it. It's gonna be. Ooh, it's cold. Oh, I forgot to say hello, Miss Lisa, Miss Bill, Miss Denise. Sorry. Now we're here, we might as well look. Hold on a second. Like I thought. Just a little animal den. Alright, I'm gonna turn the camera off, guys, so I can make some help. Alright, guys. We keep getting some fantastic audio from this area. Actually, further down. And what we're trying to do is triangulate it. The Forest Service, some of the sounds we're getting, they don't know what they are. And we have went through, me and Bill and John have went through about 150 different sounds. And yet nothing comes up. So, y'all will probably hear them in the next couple of weeks. I'll publish them. But they're very unusual, very odd. They don't sound like any animal that I've ever heard, or Bill's ever heard, or anybody else. So we know that something is in this area. We just don't know if it's a creature or something else. It's very, very unusual. These sounds this thing is making. But we know it's a very active area, because we found also found some big ass footprints. Couldn't ask for more prettier scenery than this. It's beautiful. Pretty and rugged. Very rugged. There's a nice little game trail over here. I should follow it. Oh, look how pretty. Looks like we're going to be doing another damn water crossing. Let me cut the camera off, guys. I've already got my feet wet one time. This one, guys, is a little bit deeper. Than the last one. But hey, it's part of the adventure. It's not as cold the second time. There's a lot of quartz up here. Look here. Old cedar tree. Look at that, that's pretty. Look how pretty. Look at that water, how clear. You know, that state of Alabama is a beautiful state. I'll take a picture of this. People do not realize how pretty it is. Now, this up here is an interesting terrain feature. See this little finger coming off right here? Now, this would be a good place to set up and hunt at night. Not hunt deer. Not talking about that. I'm talking about watching for the big guy. Give you guys a look-see. Alrighty guys, y'all look while I get a GPS ready. Let's see, let me give you a good spot to look at. Watch that area right there. Now what's amazing about this area, guys, is it tops out at 1,800 feet at the top. Not that top, the opposite top. Right through there, tops out 1,800 feet. So you can see the slope, how big the slope is. I bet this area in the summertime is snaky. Alrighty, I'm going to turn the camera off. Let's move. Okay, guys. One thing about hunting this creature is you see some beautiful, beautiful terrain. Let me show you this. Look at how pretty. Not really a cave, just a nice little overhang. And the water is so clear. So clear. I think what we're going to do is we're going to cross right down through here. This little natural dam. Well, I don't know about crossing there. This place in the summer, like I said before, talking about snaky. I kept hearing something a while ago that I quite couldn't place. It was a humming sound. I'm not going to be able to go that way. And John has talked about hearing that humming sound too. And it was just for a couple of minutes. And then it was gone. You know? Very unusual. Whatever it was. Well, I can't figure out how I'm going to go forward. Let me just see if I can go past this stuff. Yeah, but it was a very unusual humming sound. Don't know what it was. It was definitely not woods related. It didn't seem like. And here we go. Back in the water. Now these river crossings are tricky. Gotta make sure your foot is on solid ground. And even then sometimes you can bust your butt. Now this place is going to be super snaky in the summertime, so that's why I probably will not come back out here in the summer. Oh shoot. That's how you tear pants. Darn it. I like these pants too. Now look at there. Somebody's been out there here. Or somebody's been lost out here and they died. Look at that. Somebody's water bottle. That's unusual.
more pieces of equipment, but basically I cataloged them, took pictures of them, and took them to the Rangers. Now, after that point, I was pretty freaked out, and I started hearing noises right here at this bluff behind me. Uh, right there, I started hearing noises right there, which was odd, and up in there. And then a log rolled from the top like something had slipped on it and rolled, but I never did see anything. So once I found all this equipment, uh, I was really getting concerned. I didn't know if a bobcat had attacked somebody, a mountain lion. I didn't find no blood, no nothing. And then I found this footprint here, which is very odd. There was no other footprints, just one footprint, and it was very flat, as you can see. And here's my foot. I'm a 9.5, and it was pretty big footprint. So at that point, I was pretty freaked out. And then I heard more things coming up the stream. Now this is all stuff I can't see. You know, very odd, very very odd. Find the equipment. So when I left, I took all the equipment out and talked to the Rangers, made sure there was nobody missing. No, there's nobody reported as missing. But there's all this equipment left. Who leaves their shoes, tent, hiking poles in the middle of the woods? And you see right there's my camera acting up. Now, it's acted up around a lot of bends like this, and a lot of times when I've had a creature sighting. So it was doing that too. I didn't know at the time it was doing that until I got home and reviewed my footage. And there is no audio here. It's another thing. Just one clip, the audio was not working at all. No audio. I shot a lot of film that day. The rest of the day, it was fine. But just this one clip, no audio. So who knows what happened? I find a lot of strange things in the woods. And come across a lot of strange stuff. And who knows? It's very odd. And it was a very good place for an ambush. That's why I was looking a lot at the top. Maybe I could see something. And in just a second, I'll talk more about other things that I found here in the last couple of weeks. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was in another canyon close to this one, and I found a little footprint about this long, little bitty, and it was so odd when I found it. I was freaked out because I had heard of other investigators finding small footprints, perfect little feet prints in sand, and I finally found one. And I found another one over by Pine Glen, but this one really freaked me out because it was just so small. And once you see something that small this far back, and you know that there's nobody out there, there's especially no kids out there with bare feet, it kind of messes with your head. Kind of like the first time you see Bigfoot or the paranormal. And when you see it that small, it just kind of blows your mind because it really reinforces the thought of juveniles and being out there with a bare foot. And because there's no human beings out there with a bare foot that small and no other tracks around. So that was another experience that I've had close to this location. So it's definitely an active area. It's also another odd area. But me and the guys are going to come back here in a couple of weeks, do some more night investigations. We've got a killer howl. I just haven't released it yet. I may release it soon. And this concludes this video. Thanks for watching. It's always an adventure, and always glad to have you guys along.